Hey everyone, VegRaptor here with another video today explaining how to use the Sysbot in our Discord server. So if you don't know, Sysbot is essentially a way of having your own custom firmware switch without actually needing to buy a custom firmware switch and install the custom firmware. What Sysbot does is generates Pokemon through PokeHex and LiveHex, inserts them into my Pokemon game in my Switch, and trades them to you. I'm going to give an example of this. I'm going to show you how you can use it. This is specific to our Discord server. Lots of other places have them, but ours personally has a free one and a Patreon one, which I'll talk about in a bit. So, to start off with, I'm going to show an example of what you can do in terms of using the Sysbot. Now, my preferred method is to go through Team Builder in Pokemon Showdown. So you're going to see here I've got Pokemon Showdown, Team Builder. I've already got a team here that I'm sort of working on. It's not very good, but I'll show you from scratch. So we've got an untitled team, right? What we could do instead is click New Team. Doesn't make much of a difference for you, or obviously New Team, unless you've been working on Pokemon Showdown before. Then from here, you need to click Add Pokemon. Now you'll see a list. There's different tiers of Pokemon. OU, Overused, scroll down, and there's UUBL, Uber, Uber by technicality, things like that. So a lot of the Uber by technicality is Gmaxes, things like that. And every single Pokemon kind of falls into a specific tier, and it is generally a really good guide for the kind of Pokemon that you can use. So I'm going to go with Alakazam because it's one of my personal favorite Pokemon. So I'm going to click onto Alakazam. Now you'll see here it says level 100, just leave that be. Click up here, you can pick the gender of your Pokemon. If it doesn't matter, just leave it on random. You can make it shiny. I like shiny Alakazam, I'm going to make it shiny. In terms of item, I'm going to click here. It has a list of popular items that you can use, as well as also it has a list of every other item that you can get in Pokemon Sword and Shield. It also gives them tiers. Obviously this is a battle setup in Pokemon Showdown, so they're focused on the battles, but you don't have to use the battle tiers to sort of rank them. For example, what I could do is just simply go with a Master Ball if I need more Master Balls for the raid hosts that I host. Right now I'm currently hosting Gmax, 6IV Square, Shiny, Hidden Ability, Charizard, and Blastoise. So if I'm needing a Master Ball for one of those, because I've had 15 attempts and I can't catch one. What I'm going to do is click on the Master Ball. It's simple, right? It gives me the Master Ball. I can go in Aqua, Berry, Assault Vest, whatever, but I want the Master Ball. So we're going to go for the Master Ball. Synchronize is the ability currently. You can choose Air Focus or the Hidden Ability Magic Guard. I'm going to pick Magic Guard. Then from here, it gives you a list of moves, and you can sort of see you've got every single move that Alakazam uses, and again, usually useless moves is there as well. You can work with it to then create the best Pokemon for what you're wanting, or the exact Pokemon you want. Personally, I'm a huge fan of a physical attacking Alakazam. So I'm going to use Drain Punch, because obviously when you D-max your Alakazam and you have Drain Punch, you get Max Knuckle, which boosts your attack. So if you're a physical attacking Alakazam, or a physical attacking Pokemon in general, that's kind of handy to know. Obviously then you've got a few other moves here. I'm going to go Fire Punch for a bit of a change up in typing. What else is there? I like Psycho Cut because it has a high critical hit ratio and stab bonus. Stab is same type attack bonus, just for anyone that doesn't know that. So I'm going to click Psycho Cut, and then let's see, last move, I'm going to go Thunder Punch, okay? Then it brings you to here, and that's the EVs. It says Guest Spread, right? Fast Physical Sweeper, 252 attack, 4 special defense, and 252 speed with a nature that boosts speed and takes away from special attack. Now that suits me really well. So I'm going to click on this. As you can see, we've got Jolly Nature, we've got 6 IVs, all the EVs are set out for us. If we need to adjust it, we can. I personally wouldn't recommend it unless you really know what you're doing, because this is the best way to make custom generated, competitive ready Pokemon. Then you can obviously go into IV spreads and change it up if you need, but I don't want to change that. I'm happy. Okay? From here, what you need to do is come up to here. It says import/export. Okay? This comes up. As you can see, Alakazam at Master Ball. Ability, Magic Guard, Shiny, yes, EVs, says them all, Jolly Nature, and then it's got the 4 moves. So I'm going to go Control C or copy, going back into my Discord server here, VegRaptors League. I'm currently in the Patreon sysbot, right? We also have the Dragapult bot here. That's another sysbot. It's currently going through a little bit of maintenance, a few issues and things, because people aren't quite understanding the legality side of things. Whereas in our Patreon sysbot, legality is checked to be off, and therefore you can't trade Pokemon that won't trade. But for example, you could trade yourself Gmax eggs, you could trade yourself Gmax starters, you could trade yourself anything that will trade, but is considered illegal. Okay? Then, what I'm going to do in my Discord server, sometimes they use dollar signs, but in mine, we use the full stop or period sign. Trade, and then Command V or paste. Now, this is going to be a little bit tricky for me, because as you can see I've got my game above, but I'm going to need to open Streamlabs so I can actually see my screen, because I don't have my Switch connected to a screen. So, I'm going to open this up, so now I can see, as you can see up here, right, I'm going to connect to the internet, if I haven't already. There we go, perfect, I'm glad I checked. So, it's going to trade it through a link trade. And in our Discord, what we're going to do, right, is just press enter. And you're going to see, in my DMs, up in the top left, a DM will pop up from our Kathy bot, or our Squavit bot, it just depends. Big shout out to Kathy in our server, Miss_haha, absolute legend of a lawkeeper. Then you press enter, right, and you can see here, it pops up. I'm currently number 1 in the trade queue. So I'm going to go link trade, set link code, then it is 4 zeros, and then 2819. Now it doesn't matter what Pokemon I trade to the sysbot, as long as my Pokemon I'm trading is legal. Now we wait, obviously, because we're waiting for the trade to pop up. Sysbot has just sent me another message saying I'm waiting for you. A trade partner has been found. You'll see it says VegRaptor YT. I'm going to trade it this level 1 Charmander that's shiny that I don't need, right? And it gives me my Alakazam. Now I'm going to show you the Alakazam, and you're going to be completely in awe and gobsmacked of how incredible this Pokemon is. Well, it's essentially just the Alakazam that you've already seen. And it just trades it to you. And that's what I mean by it's like having a custom firmware Switch without actually needing the custom firmware. So you have access to custom generated Pokemon, and I mean, you saw how long that took, and that was me walking through it slowly and explaining. If I wanted to, with the team I built earlier, it took me probably 5 minutes to throw it together, and then maybe another 10 minutes or so to trade, depending on how busy it is. And as you can see with the Patreon sysbot, despite us having almost 60 Patreons, it wasn't very busy. So, there you go. It closes the trade for us, and then sysbot says to us, here's a file of the Pokemon that you traded me, and it sends me the exact Pokemon that I traded it. Now this is a PK8 file. You might be wondering what a PK8 file is. If you download PKHex, I'm just going to move it across so you can see it's popped up there. Right, this is PKHex. This is what is connected to my Switch, and it generates the Pokemon for me. So as you can see, it's got Zarude here. You can't trade Zarude. It's not possible, it's not legal, do not do it, it's bad. No, 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 bad. Okay, now, I'm not going to go with Zarude because it won't trade. It will say it's illegal, and it will not be a sensible decision. You can see up here, there's an exclamation mark and a red sign. It gives you an alert if you click on it. It tells you what is invalid about it. Now I'm going to do the easy option here. Tools, Auto Legality Mod, Legalize Active Pokemon. And now you can see on the alert, Legalized Active Pokemon, and it's given a tick on the Sobble. So if I click on the tick, it says legal. Okay, let's give it a Master Ball. And again, you've got a list of every item that I want the Master Ball, because the Master Ball is the easiest way for me to catch my raid Pokemon, which I'm still seeing rolling because I host 24/7. Now, file, save. Now you can see I've already got a Sobble PK8 file, so I'm going to go Sobble 1. I'm going to save it, and close PKHex, I'm going to go plus, scroll down to where I know I saved it, and then go full stop or period trade. Now, I'm not going to let this trade go through, so you're going to see the clearing command as well. But you're going to see that in the top left corner, there is going to be Squavit bot or Kathy bot popping up saying, hey, this is your code once again. I'm going to click upload. And there you go. So now it's added me to the queue. I'm going to go QC, which clears my space in the queue. Looks like you're currently being processed, removed from queue. And as you can see up here, I've added you to the queue. I'll message you when your trade is starting because I was first in the queue. It then initializes the trade and says, please be ready. I could get that Sobble if I wanted to, but I won't. Then, also, obviously, there's pin posts. Read through the pin posts. You'll see here, first word has a Google Drive that I'm going to open here of event legends and shinies and extras. As well as go crazy with your egg wishes. Let's have a look at that. As well as first word's guide to Sysbot. If you don't remember what I've done, head to our pin posts. It's in both the Dragapult bot and the Squab bot of our server. He's made a lot of really helpful diagrams so you can see what's not tradable, what's tradable. There's lots of legends and things there, and tradable but shouldn't be tradable. Hat Pikachus, shiny Caldeos, they should not be traded. Sysbot won't create GMAX Pokemon under level 50. And again, you've got a long list of pin posts to help you out. You've got the prefix assistance on how to use CathyBot. It's very easy. Now I want to go into these files. 150 is Mewtwo, you can see. This is Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, Volcarona, Cobalion, Terrakion, Virizion. There's lots of different event Pokemon. As well as then you've got the eggs here, right? In our Patreons, exclusive to Patreons, First Word has made every single ball that's legal into an egg file. Now, I'm only going to go into the beast balls here. Look at the options. Look at how slow that is scrolling down. Fun fact for you, this took him a few days to make. Still going. There are a lot of egg files, and you can get access to these for as simple as $10 a month. I'm going to have my Patreon link in the description of this video. I'm going to go back to the Sysbot now and close both of these tabs. Very, very easy to use. I highly recommend checking out our Patreon Sysbot as well as our free Sysbot, as you can get your own custom generated battle teams ready within probably 5 to 10 minutes. It's very easy to use, it's very simple to use, and the Pokemon are legal and can be used online. Obviously, you don't want to go with illegal Pokemon, it'll break the bot, and that makes people frustrated because then they can't access the bot and you've killed their time using it. If you've got any questions relating to the Sysbot, let me know. You can always drop them in the comments, as well as I'm always accessible in my Discord when I'm awake. Don't try and DM me when I'm asleep. Please don't DM me as well. Just drop comments in general. If you need any help, there's lots of people who know how to use Sysbot and they'll be more than willing to assist you. Once again, thank you so much for coming in and watching the video. Make sure you've liked the video, make sure you've subscribed, and make sure you've rung the bell. As I've said a few times, I host raids 22 hours a day, other than the 2 hours where I'm auto-deleting my friends so that more people can join. As well as also my raids are always 6 IV, Square Shiny, Hidden Ability, amazing Pokemon from both Isle of Armor as well as also in the regular Sword and Shield Galar region. Soon when Crown Tundra is out, the raids are obviously going to be much more potential for amazing Pokemon, as well as I'll also be leading expeditions depending on how they go. As I said, make sure you've liked, make sure you've subscribed, and make sure you tune in again. See you soon.